Trump Tower that might have been subject.
John Gibson Show.
Hey, I thought you guys took any opinion, but you're actually...
Is that the Russian government, the Russian officials here in the United States, as is typical for us and other foreign countries, was being subjected to surveillance. And as a result of that surveillance, some American officials or individuals somehow connected to Donald Trump and or his campaign have come under that dragnet in some measure. And apparently it was General Flynn's failure to tell the vice president the truth about the nature of those conversations as developed through the surveillance on the Russians that led to his dismissal. So at a minimum, the surveillance dragnet seems to have encompassed foreign officials who've had some dealings with Trump world, shall we say. What remains unsubstantiated is this idea that either a computer tower or the president's personal...
See, folks, these guys are banning me because I talked about IQ testing and said there's any Google average IQ among races. Not all races have the same average IQ. You'll clearly see that. Like 90% of the links that show any science will clearly show, and the other 10% are lying because they don't like the truth. And like, watch the John Gibson show. Here they are. They will not. She made an excuse saying, "Oh, I called in a few times, and that's why." She told me to call in. She told me to call in.
John Gibson Show.
Yeah, so you made an excuse that I was not allowed to call in because I called in a few times, right, ma'am?
I told you to call in on Monday, and you continually harassed me.
I called it, more like I called you like 3 times, right?
You continually called.
But anyways, that's your excuse not to talk. That's your excuse.
I asked you not
That's
to.
your excuse.
And then I've asked you not to call in. You have to have some mental issues, and I hope you get the help you need.
Because I want to talk about IQ testing, and you're scared to talk about it. Oh, now I got mental issues because they're scared to talk about IQ testing, folks. Oh, now I got mental issues because I want to talk about IQ testing and about how white people
Still not smiling. Maybe he's not a smiler. Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby. Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are. Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt. Maybe he's just tired. Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much. Maybe he's not ticklish. You think maybe he's scared of the dog? Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling. Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one.
I mean, look how scared these people are, folks. They're literally scared.
Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
This is House Call for Help. If you've been called the crazy cat lady, there's now science to help you prove your friends wrong. New research has found no link between cat ownership and psychotic symptoms, calling into question recent studies that suggested people who grew up with cats are at a higher risk of mental illness. The previous research suggested that cat ownership contributed to some mental disorders because of a common parasite that itself is linked to mental health issues like schizophrenia. But this new
Yeah, they say, John Gibson says on his website that he welcomes any opinion. Oh, yeah. And then they make an excuse. She tells me to call in Monday, right? And then they make an excuse
up with until the age of 18. The study's lead author said the message is clear. There is no evidence that cats pose a risk to children's mental health. For more on this story, check FoxNewsHealth.com. House Call for Health, I'm Alex Hine, Fox News.
So Justin, I was playing that video game Force Brigade, and it was pretty cool. I was running down this digital path, and I met this digital frog. He was all like, and I went playing in this virtual stream where this was. It was almost real. It was this whole electronic forest world. So what did you do? Well, my parents took me to the forest, the real forest. I was running down this, it was an actual path. Then I saw this real life frog. It it was all like ribbit,
John
and I
Gibson,
saw
they
an
say they
owl
welcome
too.
any opinion,
Then I played in this
but don't talk
amazing
about
stream
how
with
white
water
people are
around my
going
ankles,
extinct.
like
And don't talk
wet
about
water.
IQ testing
Then
averages.
and my parents sat around a campfire and told cool
Because
stories
they'll make an
all night
excuse
long.
never to let you talk about it.
Pretty cool.
She told me to call back in
This
Monday,
weekend,
and then she makes an excuse.
unplug.
Oh, I called
Getting
in a
closer
few times.
to
Now we're not going to let
closer
you
to
call
your
us.
family. To find the forest nearest you, go to
Seriously, look how ridiculous this is,
discovertheforest.org.
folks.
Brought to you
They're
by the
literally
U.S. Forest Service and
blocking
the
freedom of
Ag
speech, yet they have a statement that they welcome any opinion.
With
It's just not true.
A 12-year-old from Flowery
Now they're
Beach,
threatening
Georgia,
me with
the
phone
Dean's List.
harassment. Of
Robert
course,
Hart was
I've called in a
diagnosed in
few times.
2010 with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. He spent
I mean, yeah, I admit, I'm kind of pissed off. She told me to call in Monday, and it's not just that. I mean, they're scared to talk about certain issues, yet they advertise that they'll take any opinion.
stuntman for the
who's
day.
bigot,
That's when
really?
Brady Angel, who created the nonprofit organization Be the Change, heard Robert's request and promised to have him flying like a Superman stunt double. She reached out to Smash Gym in Atlanta for help. Elizabeth Davidovich, who owns the gym, says she didn't think twice when asked if she could help fulfill Robert's wish.
When someone like Robert wants to come and say, hey, I want to be just like you, we all look at him and say, we want to have your kind of strength.
Hey, Robert, we definitely think you passed the superhero test. You made the Dean's List. Janice Dean, Fox News.
The entire world watched. They watched each step down the rungs of that small ladder, one after another, and waited with great anticipation for that last step.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
At that moment, humanity saw the impossible.
I mean, look at this. They're so scared because I'm going to talk about IQ testing, and I'm going to talk about racial differences, and I'm going to talk about that the science clearly shows diversity does not create social cohesion.
Oh, shizzle dizzle, he's got it going on.
You got me straight tripping, boo.
John Gibson.
It is John Gibson. The question is, was Donald Trump wrong to tweet out this accusation directly at President Obama, former President Obama, that Obama himself ordered a wiretap of Trump Tower, surveilling a whole bunch of Trump.
I mean, really, it's pretty upsetting, especially when they advertise they take any opinion, and then she even tells me to call in Monday, right?
You know, my biggest mistake in life was not working for CBS.
Because I know what happened.
You can get very old at CBS.
John Gibson came in. He said, "I'm not going to debate this guy.
Bill
There is a
Plant is
difference in average
79 years
IQ.
old.
There's a lot of science."
I guess
to
he's
prove
sort
it."
of retired from CBS, but he still goes on the air and talks about stuff. I mean, he's been around forever.
And John Gibson said,
he
"I'm
joined
not gonna
CBS
debate this
News
guy. White people
the year
are
I
going
graduated from
extinct,
high
and
school.
I don't want to talk about it."
It's a long time ago. Anyway, Bill Plant, was asked on one of these Sunday shows, I think the one about the media on CNN, what about all these reporters, issuing these outrage?
Oh, and then I got mental
these
problems because
statements
I'm
of
upset
outrage
that they're basically
that Donald Trump could
blocking my
accuse President Obama like
Even
this.
though they advertise
What do
they
you
take
think
any
of these
opinion.
reporters
John Gibson
revealing
show.
their personal feelings
Look, folks, this is
about
what
what
they do.
Donald Trump was
This
saying?
is what
Bill
they
Plant
do
number
if you tell the
49.
truth,
The
that white
important
people
thing
are
for
facing
reporters
extinction.
covering this is not to get involved personally in disputing this or disputing how we feel about the claim, but simply to drive home that there is no evidence unless that evidence somehow turns up, and that this has to be continually investigated.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Course, but who are offended by what's going on. Well, if you are offended by what's going on, you should keep it to yourself.
Yeah, guess who didn't get the memo? Number 50.
Well, we're at a low point in American history, and I don't know how anybody can defend this president, even if it's their job. Like, you've got to have a job after this.
You've got to look in the mirror after this. Sarah Huckabee, or whoever is going to speak out next. You have to look in the mirror and think about this country after this is over. You need to think of the end game here, because there is one at the rate we're going.
Yeah, don't take this personally, Mika, 51.
They're pushing a very dangerous agenda, an extremely dangerous one. Whatever it is that's being pushed on President Trump, it has nothing to do with respecting the Constitution and respecting the office. It just doesn't. I don't know what happened Saturday morning. I don't know what was going on in his head.
Does it sound to you, Christine, like she's taking this a little personally?
You think?
You think?
It's always been personal for her.
52.
I had hope and an open mind, and I have lost hope completely, and my mind is closed. This presidency is fake and failed.
888-788-9910. Is the Donald Trump presidency fake and failed? I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
I said that's some really good reporting right there.
Yeah, her mind is closed. Her mind is closed. The door slammed shut on her mind. Or that empty space behind the door. I'm not sure which. Okay, so, Christine, violating the first rule of talk radio as I am right now, do you object that there's actually two questions on the table?
No, I think that there probably is more than one.
Okay, so the first one, of course, is 888-788-9910. Was Donald Trump out of line tweeting out this accusation against President Obama? And the other one, picking up where Mika left us, is the Trump presidency failed and fake? 888-788-9910. Because her mind is closed. Bill in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, so you're yes and no on this. What part of the tweet you think was fine and what was out of line?
I think the only thing that was out of line, what I understand, the rest of his staff wasn't a part of it. Some of his other people weren't a part of this particular very important tweet. I am totally in agreement with him for using the method of tweet. The social media is the thing. And when you look at all of these politicians, Democrats, mostly, and then some Republicans, well, a couple of them are dumb as a sack of bricks. But, you know, like, it just gives them more to talk about.
Okay, but
I agree
Bill,
with tweeting.
Can I jump in here and get, I want to make sure I have your opinion out before the audience clearly. You think Donald Trump was right that he was under surveillance, but you don't think he should have accused the former president directly?
Yes, sir. I think he should have accused him directly.
Oh.
Obama hands on.
Yep.
Talking about Trump associates being surveilled by the national intelligence community, their phone calls and their meetings listened into, transcripts made. Why do you think that is directly connected to President Obama?
It's not above him to do that. I mean, look what he did to
Netanyahu?
Netanyahu. Look what he did to him. Look the way he treated him. Look how he even actually worked to get his election not overturned.
See, look at this, folks. They won't even pick up the phone now, and then they make an excuse that, we're not willing to let you on air because supposedly I'm mentally crazy. Folks, the truth is, as I said 10 times, I brought up on air that Black American average IQ is 85 last show. No, I don't hate black people, but I'm just saying that if you're educated on genetic science and IQ testing, this is very true. The average white IQ is 101. And I mean, look at the lengths that even, this is Fox, a Fox radio show, and they absolutely, anybody who brings this up, they'll make an excuse not to let you on air. This is how it works, folks. The media is so afraid to ever talk about white demographics or, scientific IQ testing. Oh, they would love to talk about scientific IQ testing if it said we're all the same.
In the early days, we had worse than that. William in Fargo, North Dakota, my favorite movie. Okay, so you think Mika is wrong. But actually, come on, William, considering our view about this, aren't you glad that she said it all and it's all out there?
Yes. I mean, when you stand back and look at what Trump has done, it's absolutely brilliant. He's got two enemies. Okay, he's got the media and the Democrats, and the media has been going around for months.
Hallelujah. You know they love me there at the John Gibson show. I mean, really. I mean, I admit I'm kind of giving them hell. But on the other hand, I mean, my God. I mean, these people say they'll take any opinion, but in reality, they won't.
A couple bricks out of the wall, they're standing up trying to hold the wall up, and he's pulled their pants down now for everybody to see. And Obama is setting up his shadow cabinet. So he's busy trying to do anything he can to undermine Trump. And meanwhile, Trump pulls out this wiretaps. I don't doubt for 1 second that they've wiretapped him. And I think it all started back when Hillary's emails started coming out. They had to fight back. They were busy. We got to find something on Trump because Trump was killing them on the WikiLeaks. So I think it's just a stroke of brilliance on his part.
I got to quibble with you on one point. At the point at which these wiretaps were going on, evidently, because they go back before the election and running right up to the election. I mean, I think we know for a fact that the Obama people really didn't take Trump.
Well, I don't know. That's it. I might try to call from another number. But, I mean, folks, look at this. It says on John Gibson's talk radio website, they welcome any opinion. But I've said this 15 times. They will not let you talk about IQ testing among race groups. They will not let you talk about white demographics. And the guy actually even said that white people are not going extinct, even though if you do the math, it's so obvious we are. We're going to be 10% of the world by the year 2060, folks. Look it up yourself. What about the year 3000? We're going to be down to like 4 to 5%, I'm sure. By the year 3050, we're probably literally, if things continue, no joke, we're literally going to be 1% of the world. Diversity is great if you're willing to go extinct as a white person. And also, have you ever noticed that everybody in the world wants to live in a white country? I mean, everybody in the world wants to live with us. But the thing is, once they're here, they kind of have double the kids. And then 100 years later, their country is now your country. And we turn into, look at Detroit, look at Baltimore, look at California's broke. 52% of America's on welfare. I don't hate anybody, but not all races are the same. And I admit, I do not want to live in a black neighborhood. I mean, study the crime. It'll blow your mind. Like 20 times the rape rate. It's just, I dare you to study black crime. Google black crime versus white crime. And you're going to see why racism is never going away.